Welcome to Fieldysbacktracks. Today I'm out on the Marble Bar Road. I just had a look at these old stockyards. Now I was just over at Sandy Creek. Just it's a bit overcast today. Got some nice chemtrails running, keeping us nice and shady, aren't they? Anyway, I won't get into that. But today I thought I might run through some of the stuff when you're out and travelling out remotely that you may or may not use or need for your car. Now I know there's a lot of stuff on the internet about four-wheel drives, what sort of car you have, what gear that you need to use. You got to have this, you got to have that, you got to have lockers, you got to have blah 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 blah. I thought I would run through a couple of things that are for me, that work for me. I've been doing this for a long time, travelling out west. I've lived out west in the Outback for a long time as well. So what actually will work for me may not work for everybody else. But as you know, I've got the fieldimages, which is Nissan Patrol, and it's a 2004, November 2004, one of the first ones that came out. And I've done an episode because we replaced the motor and stuff like that. So now we're running the M57 BMW motor in it, and it's just running like a dream. Anyway, I went into all of the details on the motor and stuff. But on this episode, I think I'll run through, a few of the smaller things that I think would be necessary, that you really should take with you when you come out west, or you go out back or do remote travel or stuff like that. So anyway, stick around. And we'll get into that. We'll get into that now. Right, so the first thing that I think when you're travelling out in remote country, it's very hard country, like it can be hard. And I think the first thing, doesn't matter what car you have, I think you need a good set of tyres. And you really got to watch your tyre pressures on the corrugated roads and the bumpy roads, rocks and stuff. I've been through some of those I did a Port Hedland episode, so there's some of that there that I show you what's in the middle of the road. But for me, I normally run muddies, and this time I've gone for like a semi. So it's, they're called the rugged terrain. So these are open country, Toyo open countries. So they've got a fairly decent block pattern on them, as you can see. They're a cross between an all-terrain and a mud terrain. I've had them on for, I think I've done about 20,000 now, maybe 22,000. And they're wearing very nicely. The traction off-road is good. The traction on road and the comfort on the road is brilliant as well. So far so good. I have done some hills and stuff as well, and they've held up very well. So anyway, that's number one. I think tyres, good set of tyres. Okay. So now moving on to number two. Number two, I think, is the second, or still as important. I think all of these points are as important as each other, but this is what I would get if I was buying a brand new car. So I bought a brand new Hilux or a brand new Patrol or a brand new Cruiser. First thing I'd do is put the tyres. I've been through that. Second I would do is UHF radio. So one of these is brilliant. It really does help with communications to truckies when you're on the road. When you can pass, they let you know when you want to pass, or when it's safe to pass. You can let them know that you're there and you're coming up. The other thing it does, these UHFs, communication between convoys. So to speak between one vehicle to another, or if you're traversing through a creek, up a hill, and you've got a handheld radio that you can talk to someone with one of these in their car, and then you can guide each other through rough terrain, over rocks, up and down hills, stuff like that. Just makes it safer for the driver, safer for the car, safer for everybody else, and it does come in very handy. Number 3, and this is a survival thing as well. Not just obviously you have your first aid kit if you're going to travel remote. I'm not even going to touch on that because that's a gimme. But you just can't forget when you are traveling remote that you do need water, and you've got to have enough water for the time that you're coming out here. I think whether it's to wash your hands, whether it's to top up your radiator, whether if you get broken down, if you have a breakdown, you've got water. And then, also toilet paper, but I'm not even going to get into that. So water is number 3. So don't forget your water, and enough of it. Right, number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 4, I think it's pretty important if you're going to go out. This is one of my pet peeves, when you stop on the side of the road and all you see is toilet paper everywhere. Rubbish and toilet paper. Take your rubbish with you. Always take your rubbish. And if you're going to do your business in the bush, don't forget to pack a shovel and bury it. It's not that hard. Just bury it. I think, it's not that important to have one of these, but it also will help you if you get into a sticky situation, if you're on the sand, you need to dig yourself out. One of these is handy as well. So yeah, apart from just burying your toilet paper. So yeah, little shovel. That's what I would have too. Number 5, deflator, a tyre deflator. And this, I know it's probably not 100% necessary to have one of these. At minimum, probably, something like tyre pressure gauge. Tyre pressure gauge to help give you an idea of what's going on with your tyres, because your pressures, if you're driving in sand, you want to be, at least 15, 18 pounds PSI. If you're driving on corrugations, you want to be 25 to 28, something like that. But if you're on the highway pressures, that's 35 to 40 pounds. One of these ones, this is a deflator as well. So this one removes the valve, pops that out, and then you've got a relief valve, lets all the air out quite quickly. I find that one very good. And then the other one you can get these are the auto tire deflators. You just screw these on, and these are the TPMS iCheck ones, and I got them with the TPMS system, and they've got like a little pressure gauge on them as well. Like you can set the pressure, and they're pretty accurate. They're actually pretty good. So that makes it easier as well if you have one of those. Now, of course, if you're letting your tires down, you need to be able to get them back up. So as part of number 5, obviously a tire pressure gauge, and your deflators are optional, but this is a air compressor. So this particular one, I've had this I bought this with my old Hilux, so I've had this for good, this car's 20 years old, 21 years old, so I would have had this for at least 20, 21, 22 years. And this is just it's a Bush Ranger Air Max, and she goes good as gold. She's good as gold. So when you're off the beach or off where you need to go and you're going back on the highway, you don't have to you don't have to look for a servo, because obviously there's no servos out here wherever you go, and you can be up and down with your tires a couple of times a day depending on your trip. So to have one of these in your car, and obviously people get them mounted, so, and that's on the cars. I want to do that as well, because I've just put these drawers in not that long ago, so I'm still sort of setting up a little bit. But I think as far as the stuff that I like to take with me, it's the tires. So tires, a UHF, water, your shovel, your your tyre stuff, deflators, gauge, compressor. I think for me, that's what I like to wear, like to take with me as well. So obviously there is a million more things that you can take. There's so many things that you can pack, and you can overdo it and you can underdo it. Like, you know, obviously you'll have tools, like your basic tools in your car. So I always carry tools as well, like socket sets and basic hand tools and stuff, just in case. Little bits and pieces, cable ties, a little bit of food, you know. I'll show you this actually. So I've got in the drawers, I've got these. So I've got tools in the back there, like some tools. And then I've got like a little burner and, you know, a couple of emergency tins of spaghetti or whatever. I've got a seat here, like a chair. And then on this side, I've got, you know, first aid kit, the tyre puncture repair kit, which is, I think these are awesome too. So this will save you, you know, whether you get an extra spare tyre, but these things here, they'll save you. Plugs, tyre plugs, I think they're up there as well. So yeah, and then this one for me, you know, because we're charging stuff, you know, the drones and whatever, cameras, drones. What I've got in here is one of those. Hang on, I'll put this down. I'll try and do everything at once. It's just a bit hard, isn't it? This is one of those itechworld power banks, and it's a jump starter kit too. So if, you know, I've got dual batteries in here anyway with the link button. But if you get stuck, jump start kit, and you can charge your batteries, charge your phone. It's got a light on it. Pretty flash, eh? Anyway, so that's about the gist of that. So I'll make this video, you know, not super long or anything, but that's basically what I like to take with me, what I like to do with the car, especially on any trip, because you don't know, if you head up the road like I am now, I'm 30 k's up the road, but who's to say that I'm not going to get a flat tyre or hit a cow, or, you know, kangaroo runs out in front of me. You know, you've got your UHF, you've got a better chance with the better tyres of not getting a puncture. UHF for communications. I've got water just in case, you know, I have to wait for somebody on the side of the road. And then if I do need to, you know, if I got bogged or something, say I went down to Sandy Creek and I sort of found myself, you know, not paying attention and I got myself bogged, I can use the shovel to dig myself out, drop the tyres with the tyre pressure gauge and the deflators, and away I go. And then after I'm out, I can pump the tyres back up. So that's just me. Today, you can go into driving lights and winches and dual batteries and all that sort of stuff too. And it's all good stuff. But yeah. So anyway, I'll wrap that up for now. That's 5 things that I like, and it's probably it is more than 5, but anyway, that's the 5 main points that I like to take when I go remote on any trip. So yeah, so that's what I like to take with me. What do you like to take with you on yours? Let me know in the comments. Hope you're having a great day. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Gee, someone's had a bit of a party out here. Cracky. Right, I might grab a bag and pack all this stuff up, take it with me.